Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Good Guy First Looks. Today we're actually going to review two products back to back. We're going to do the Mag Baby Kit, and then we're also going to do the Resa Prince. So let's take a look at the Mag Kit first. And on the back it includes a Mag Mod TFV12 Prince, and it's actually the Baby Mag Mod. We have the 0.6 ohm dual coil installed, replacement glass, USB, user manual, all the regular basics. Let's go right into this thing, open it up, and see what it's about. Okay, so here we are zoomed in on this little Mag Baby Kit. I'm interested to see just how small this thing is. We already went over the specs on the back and what it comes with. It doesn't really give me anything on the box that tells me in regards to what, colors that they're going to be offering this in. I can assume, just like all the other Mag kits though, there'll be multiple different variants. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. Okay, so pull this out the box. We got the Smok logo on the front. We're gonna open the box up and bam! Oh my god, look at that thing. That's actually a lot smaller than what I thought it was gonna be. Looking at the picture, I assumed like, okay, the box is this big, it's probably like maybe half an inch in from the box. This thing is freaking tiny. Look at that. Oh man, that is so crazy. So it's gotta be in a built-in battery, yep. Got a USB on the back, still have that nice carbon fiber against that stainless finish. Alright, let me move some of this stuff out the way. Let's see. So I'm assuming this button is your up and down wattage. This is your fire button. Those are the only buttons that they have on this tiny little thing. So let's try to turn it on. Yeah, we got the screen on. This thing is just freaking adorable. It's just so tiny. I could barely hold it. So, I believe it goes up to 50 watts. Yep, that's as high as it's going. You have your battery reader on the screen. It's not really that bright, but I mean, it's decently bright. You have the, looks like the temperature in the room, which is very weird. Puff counter, the mode that you're on, whether it's wattage or temperature control or bypass, something like that. You have your resistance. Cool. This is pretty cool. Let's see that tank. Now, TFV12 tank I know is pretty large. So that's going to be kind of funny to see a big tank on a small device, but we'll see. So you got your little kit manual, quality check thing. Let's throw that off to the side. No one ever reads those. In the kit, we have the USB, some spare parts, some O-rings for your tank, replacement glass, which is always nice just in case you break your tank. You know, if you use tanks regularly, there's going to be that one day you drop it just right and break the glass. Now we also have in the box here we have the Smok coil, and it goes from 30 to 50 watts. This is the M2.25 ohm coil. Actually, it's a baby TFV12 Prince as well. This is 0.6 ohm coil. Nothing too different about the tank. It's just all miniaturized. Push and there it is. Push the button and twist. Close that back up. Let's see how that looks on the device. This is such a tiny device, man. It's unbelievable. Let's throw some of this stuff back in here and push that off to the side. So, okay, not as weird as I thought it was originally going to look like. I was figuring like a full-size TFV12 Prince would be, pretty funny on here. But it's the baby. It's the baby edition. It is all super tiny. Nice and portable. Still got that same mag feel. Even though it is small, you still got that same feel of the trigger button there. And once you actually hit that fire button, it asks you to have a new or old atomizer. But before we go ahead and fry the heck out of that coil, let's go ahead and juice this thing up and have a vape. Alright, let's go on up, let's vape this thing. Okay, so we've taken a close look at it. I was excited to just get right to the vaping part of this, but I did miss a couple specs that I wanted to let you guys know of. Just so you know, it is the Baby TFV12 Prince on this Baby Mag Kit. This actually holds 4.5 mils, and the battery outputs up to 9 volts. That's a small little device with a lot of power. Apparently it packs a punch. So let's try it out. Right now it's on 35 watts, freshly whipped coil. Here it is. $35 watts. Hold on. At 35 watts, it's outputting 4.6 volts on the live feed here on the screen. We're going to turn it up to 45. Definitely a big difference. Definitely a lot better at 45 watts once the juice starts flowing in the coil. You get good flavor from it. It's outputting about 5.4 volts. Turn it up to 50. At 50 watts, we're looking at, hasn't really hit 9 volts. It's looking like 6 volts. But yeah, battery's pretty full too. Says it's pretty much fully charged. It's maybe missing a quarter of the battery. So at 50 watts, here it is. That's a powerful little device. That's a small device with a big punch. I like it. Very portable. It's got decent weight to it. It has a nice punch to it. I'm interested to see how long that battery would actually last in the long run. So I might rock it for a little while, see what it's like. If you guys comment on the bottom, I'll let you know. See how long that battery actually lasts. And yeah, that's been pretty much the first looks. Just to let you know, there's actually one more thing, one more little tip. There is also a reset button. So if the device ever freezes, I guess, or something goes wrong to where it's just not changing wattage, it just seems to be frozen, you could hit that reset button. It'll go back to whatever, to reset that chip. Should be working again for you. Has a little USB charger in the back. This is nice. So that was your good guy first looks on the Mag Baby Kit with the TFV12 Baby Prince. Here's the close-up of the Resa Prince. This again is a TFV12 Prince tank with that Resa finish. So as you can see here on the side, this kit includes 3 TFV12 Prince coils. We have the TFV12 Prince Q4s, the V12 Prince X6, and the V12 Prince T10 red light coil. I'm actually going to go ahead and throw the red light coil in for this video because I'm interested to see what that's like. The other two are pretty standard. So let's go ahead and pop it open. Okay, so we got the box open, and let's go ahead and pull it out, see what it looks like. There it is. So again, it's your TFV12 just with that different finish, the matching drip tip. It's that res finish on there. And yeah, I do want to see what that light coil is about. So let's open that tank up right away. Okay, so while I'm going for that coil, let's see, we have the manuals. Throw that to the side. We have some spare O-rings. Change those out after your tank gets beat down from a little wear and tear. And there I see it. So we have our 2 different coils with the replacement glass in the box. I want to use this coil. This is what's known as the red light T10 coil. Look at that. That is insane. We're going to throw that in the base. And then we're going to fill this big tank up. I believe it holds about 7.5 mils in this big thing. So definitely good if you want a tank that's going to hold a lot of juice, and pretty much a tank that you can rock all day without having to fill every other hour. So let's go ahead and fill this thing up, and then we'll throw it on a mod and vape it. First thing we're going to do is prime that coil. I'm pretty excited to see what that coil is all about. Red light, so they call it. Let's go ahead and grab some juice here. Now we got a lot of cotton in there, so we want to make sure we wick that thing up very, very nicely. saturate the whole coil. You're going to start to see the feeding holes start to darken. Cotton goes from that white to like that gray, so you know the whole thing is absorbing really nicely. Alright, so let's close up our tank. Alright, now we're going to pop open that top. Again, this is actually different from your TFV12. It doesn't push open, it actually twists open. So we're going to grab that top piece, unscrew. There we go. We got those two giant feeding holes there. Let's make sure that our tank is completely closed. Make sure that chimney is sealed with that coil on the inside. And now we fill. Now this is a pretty big tank. This actually holds 7.5 mils. We're going to fill it all the way up. If you guys watched any of our other YouTube videos, anytime we filled any of our tanks, we made sure that the air holes were closed. Then we open the top, fill the tank. Then once we close it, you can go ahead and open the air holes again. So for this, I'm just going to throw this on a mod that I'm using. Alright, let's give it a vape. Okay, so we got the coil juiced up. It's ready to go. This red light coil range is 60 to 120 watts. I'm going to set my device to 50 watts, just a little slightly under. I don't want to burn it. We just threw juice into it. And let's vape it. Alright. There's 5 coils in the thing, so it's not going to fire that well at 50 watts. Let's just crank it right up to 70 and see what happens. Hold on a minute. Hold on one second. What? Do you guys see that? That's why it's a red light coil. Sorry about that. I just had to show you guys. I didn't even know that they put a red light in it. I didn't think they could put a red light in the coil. For some reason, I just figured that was just not a possible thing. That's pretty cool. Almost like the TF Big Baby light, but it's in your coil now instead of the base of your device. Just for all of you who kind of want to know if there's any other colors or can you change the color, I'm pretty sure you can't. It's just the red light coil. That's pretty interesting. I got pretty excited about that. Let's turn it up to 80 watts. Let's crank this thing, get it working. I'll put on 85. Starting to cook, starting to vape. Now, for those of you who don't like a warm vape, it's probably not the coil for you. I know the light is pretty interesting, but it is a warm vape already at 85 watts. It can go up to 120. The air holes are actually, yeah, they're all the way open, and already it is a warmer vape. Alright, it goes up to 120. So good guy Sid puts it at 120, right off the bat. 120. Whoa. I mean, what else can I say? This thing is kicking. It's pretty cool. That's just my thing to the day I die. It is hashtag pretty cool. I like the light on the inside. A little gimmicky, it's not super necessary, it doesn't change the function of any other coil, so if you're not buying the red light coil, don't feel like you're missing out on anything. It's just a nice little interesting piece, especially, you know, when it gets dark out. If you're vaping outside during the summer, you have a black tank, the red kind of contrasts in your tank, so it pops out, it stands out. It's kind of unique. I like the little touch there. So far, that's like 4 monster hits at 120, and this coil's keeping up. So good job, Smok, on that. But that is your TFV12 Resa Prince Tank. Thank you guys for watching Good Guy First Looks. Again, we always appreciate you guys checking us out, liking, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification button. It's so you know that the next video is going to come out. As always, we appreciate the comments. If you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in there. We'll answer them as soon as we can. And that's it. I'm going to go ahead and vape this thing now.